Page 15, Barratt's Canon. Another Canon or another round. And I didn't point it out before on the previous one, but if you look at part way across the first line, underneath the top staff, the note, there's a little asterisk. You can find it. That's their way of telling you that's where the next person or people will start. When one person plays it, when they get to that point, the next person starts at the beginning and they go together. That's how the round happens there. I wasn't doing a round, so I didn't pay any attention to it. I'll come back and talk about it a little more in the lesson. Let's look at this Canon at the bottom of page 15. I look it over, I see it's 2 lines long. Clef signs are still treble and bass clef. This is in 3/4 time signature, and we have another pickup measure. We're coming in on beat 3. That means the first 2 beats have to be someplace else, because every measure's kind of 3 counts. If I look at the last measure, it's got 2 counts. So it all works out. I see a bunch of quarter notes and half notes. I think we can handle all that. The right hand is starting this, a 3rd finger on E, and I trust you know the names of the notes in the music. If you still don't, keep doing that play and say it drill. You forget the rhythm, just play and say the note. E, D, E, C, G, that's a G, I knew that. F, G, E, just play and say it and over until it becomes automatic to you. Anyway, the 3rd finger's here, that puts me here. And the left hand, when it comes in the 2nd line, they don't give you a finger number. Well, isn't that interesting? I'll just tell you you're in middle C position, so you can put a little 3 under that half note in the 2nd line. Just put in a little 3 for the finger number. Put it under the staff. See, the finger numbers for the top staff go above it, and the finger numbers for the bottom staff go below it. That's basically how it is. So we're in middle C position. They should have given you a 3 for the left hand. I'm sure they overlooked it, and they'll fix it in the next edition. So we're here. So you get the rhythm. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. You get the idea? Okay. Go through and play it all through, and then go back through and work out the hesitations, a steady beat. You pick the speed. The speed's not important in this part, but no hesitations. And you can play this without looking at the keyboard eventually. And again, they don't give any articulation, they don't give any dynamics, and they don't give any speed. So it's up to you. Remember the natural accent. The first beat of the measure. Here it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Feel this. 1, 2. It just works out where the half notes are going to be just a hair louder than the other. You feel these. This way, that first note, the listener knows that's not the first beat of the measure. They can feel that, oh, that was a pickup beat. Don't copy me, please. You need to figure it out and read the music and make it yours. Now, as far as that little star goes for the round, you see in the 2nd full measure, underneath the quarter note, G, there's a little star. That means when the first person gets to that point, the next person starts. So it would be that. And it would be around that way. They would have some harmony going. And if you have 2 people playing it, or whatever, do it twice. Repeat. Do it twice. Do it once for each person who's doing it. So you go ahead and learn the piece. And when you're ready, then let's play it together very slowly. Check the notes and the rhythms. I'm going to give us 2 counts because we're coming on beat 3. And at the end of these pieces, I'm going to say off at the end. Look at the last measure. It's got 2 counts in it. 1, 2. Okay. Well, after the 2nd beat, I'm going to say off. So I'm going to go 1, 2, off. Off means you lift up. Get off. 2, off. And the reason for that is because it's important to hold a note out its full length. Now, if there's another note coming, it's easy enough to do. You can do that. But when you get to the end of the piece, it's too easy to cut it short because you're done. So people will go 1, 2, and they'll just lift up basically on 2 or shortly after. And that's incorrect. It needs to be held out 2 full counts. So the Second count lasts a full count. 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 1, except there's no other beat to go. There's no 1, there's no 3, there's no nothing. So I say off. 1, 2, off. That way we hold that last note down the full length. It's important. Anyway, back to what I was doing. I'll give us 2 counts. Let's play it together slowly. Ready, go. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 2. 2. 1, 2.